Oh man, so Phantom is up around 6.5% today on its daily candle at the time of recording this video. A really important pump from a very precarious level which we covered yesterday, but a level in which yesterday I made very clear was still a level for me to continue to dip buy Phantom. Now I'm going to let you know where I stand with that. Am I buying Phantom still? Am I selling any? What am I doing right now? What's my play? What are the support and resistance lines I'm looking at? We're going to take a look at the charts. We're also going to look at some of the macroeconomic factors affecting Phantom and its price. And make sure you stay tuned till the very end. Make sure you're hitting the like button and subscribing. Don't forget to check out the 60-second club, guys. I posted a YouTube short, a couple of videos before this one, guys. Go check it out on my timeline. Watch that short because it explains how you can get involved in the 60-second club and how you can win some amazing prizes, including a one-on-one call with me, some free crypto drops, and also some merch, maybe some old man merch or something like that. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you get involved with that. Also, NordVPN, links in description. You've also always got to support them, guys. Coupon code oldman. Get yourself set up on a VPN. Now, what are we seeing here on Phantom? Well, Phantom is sitting at $2.04. And you can remember in yesterday's video, we were looking at this level on the 200-day moving average. And I spoke about how this is always a nice dip buy for me. If you haven't watched that video, go watch that. I'm not making things up. I said this is a nice level for me to accumulate. As a general rule of thumb, I like nibbling at the 200-day moving average. It's always worked out as a nice little strategy. As a rule of thumb, I have to take other macroeconomic factors into consideration as well. But I like that. It also always tend to work well. If you were to purchase here in this period, you would have had a nice run up to the upside. And similarly now, I'm expecting a really good bounce off our 200-day moving average. You can see how the bulls really did come in as we got closer and closer to the 179 level. It didn't let us touch. We got a good, strong wick. I think the low we touched was 181, which was good. So about 2 cents off of our 200-day moving average, and then a good pump to the upside, which was really important here from Phantom. Now, obviously, we know Bitcoin has had a nice day. If you haven't watched my Bitcoin video from earlier on, make sure you go and watch my Bitcoin video. I explain exactly what's going on for Bitcoin, what levels to watch out for, and what led us to move to the upside. And you can see here on the daily chart, a really big candle here on Bitcoin. If I just zoom into the hourly, just to cover it off very briefly, you can see we got a really good retest. Okay, so we broke out from the trend. We got a retest exactly as we predicted, and then a big pump to the upside. And I explained in my video from earlier today, why so many shorts and leveraged longs got liquidated in that single candle with the big wick, the red candle you can see there. This is why you have to be very careful trading on short-term time basis and trying to time the market. Unless you're very experienced, it's very tricky to do, guys. So all of these channels, which you guys know I talk about all the time, who are telling you, links in the description, 100x leverage it, those are the ones who got liquidated right there. So don't be playing that game unless you're very experienced. I've traded professionally at an investment bank, Forex, and that's still, that's what happens to inexperienced traders. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about in this field, and that is exactly what has happened there. But as we predicted, guys, a really nice move to the upside, which was really important for us here. We had to get this move to the upside. And remember, I said we've got important levels. And the first target was at the top of the wedge, okay? So you can see here the top of the wedge was 44,000 roughly at the top of the wedge, and we broke through that very nicely. We had to get to this point here, which we broke through, 43.5. Then we had to get to the top of the wedge, 40,000, broke through that very nicely. And now we're just getting a slight rejection from the next line, which is at 44.5 roughly, which is perfectly normal. We've got plenty of room to retrace down, and I wouldn't even be surprised that by the time I've uploaded this video, we could get a small cooling off down to one of these levels here, either at this level sitting here at 43.5 or even coming down to 43,000. I wouldn't be particularly bothered. You can see here on the hourly, we've got room to come down and get a good bounce off of our EMA ribbon, okay? That'll be perfectly fine. And obviously, if Bitcoin retraces slightly, some of our favorite altcoins will retrace slightly as well. So let's head back into the Phantom chart, because what I want to show you is what are the levels we're looking out for. So you can see here on the hourly, good move now to the upside as Bitcoin managed to bounce. We got a good bounce here on Phantom. We run up back to our comfortable line at 208. We're just below that slightly now. We're getting a little bit rejected by that. May need to come back down to its EMA ribbon to get some support to build back above 208. And then we need to really start getting back to the levels inside this wedge, right? So the next level for us really is to get to $2.28 and then 237. Really important, because you can see ever since we broken out from this ascending wedge, which we knew the technical target was at the bottom of the wedge, and we met that even though we didn't trade that, we now need to start building the blocks back up to 37 and then get ready for Bitcoin's next move, because if Bitcoin's going to go on its next rally upwards to 50,000, then Phantom really needs to break the chasm and go from 237 across to $3. That's what we're expecting here from Phantom when Bitcoin really starts to get moving. But Bitcoin needs to get moving, and we know that what's helped Bitcoin today is we've seen a little bit of an easing in some of the rhetoric around some of the geopolitical issues. Okay, so we've seen the articles. You guys can check it out. We can see that, let's just let that refresh, that Russia have withdrawn some of its troops from the Ukrainian border. Okay, it says here NATO urges cautions, but we're seeing the markets responding well to this. Okay, so if we head over to the US markets, you can see the Dow's doing pretty well, up 1.16%. You've got the S&P up almost 1.5%, and the Nasdaq bouncing back 2%, which is what it was down on Friday when the news was priced in. Okay, so the market's taking this pretty well. If we look at the crypto market as well, Bitcoin is up nicely. We're seeing all the altcoins really start to stretch their legs today, which is impressive. A good 3% move on Bitcoin, and we know the rule of thumb. Our favorite altcoins, the ones which are going to do well in this next bull move back to 69,000 and hopefully breaking all-time highs on Bitcoin, should really allow some of our altcoins to flourish, and we'll see these big moves. So BNB up 6%. You've got Ethereum up almost 6% today. You've got Cardano up 5%, Solana 5%, Terra Luna 4%, Avalanche 10%, Polkadot 5%. Really good day here. Polygon, Matic 8% here. Okay, carry on down. You got Atom Cosmos, which we cover, 5%. Chainlink, which we love, 7%. You've got Algorand even up 5% today, doing well. If you've not watched my Algorand video, click here. I'll leave that here somewhere for you guys to check out. And then Phantom, which we're covering, obviously up almost 6% today, doing pretty well here on Phantom. Fear and Greed Index coming in at 46, and the market's pretty much stabilizing. I think the market's finally understood that, hang on, Bitcoin is not just this risk-on asset. There's deeper layers to this. So if you, again, I made a really good video on this a couple of days ago. I'll try to link it up here, but just do have a scroll down, and I do explain it. Bitcoin is not just treated as a risk-on asset. There are different types of investors with different time frames in mind, and they treat it differently. So those that are trading Bitcoin on a short-term time basis, yes, they will treat it as a risk-on asset. So if they're going to sell everything off, including their growth stocks, they'll sell off Bitcoin. But there's the other realm of investors, and those with a longer-term horizon that understand that Bitcoin is a hedge. It's a hedge against inflation. It's a store of value. It's a insurance policy against the normal world order, right? Geopolitical risks and concerns. And we covered this in my video earlier today. If you're not watching my Bitcoin video, which was posted before this one, watch that one as well, because I cover off how, Bitcoin is currently being used to send money into Ukraine to fund the army, how it's being used to fund the protests happening by the Canadian truckers in Canada. And this is a reminder, and obviously Canada with Trudeau has gone and asked all banks to give he's used the Emergency Act to seize bank accounts of these people protesting. So we're getting reminders that we're in a centralized world, and the market is saying, hang on a second, let's go back to our North Star. What is the North Star here in crypto? And that is that we wanted to build decentralized financial market. So let's focus on that. Are we losing track here of that? And I think that is why we're seeing a good strength from Bitcoin. Even when the Nasdaq was wobbling over the weekend and Friday, Bitcoin showed some decent strength there. And now, obviously, as the market starts to pick up, fully expect Bitcoin to pick up at a multiple of that rate to the upside. What are the key levels for Phantom? Like I said, just to reiterate, we got to get to 237, guys. The 208 is a safe level for us, but we got to get to 208. On the daily chart, I'm not very worried, guys. You can see here on the daily chart, and this is why I want to emphasize this to everybody. A lot of people are starting to get frustrated with Phantom, and I really don't understand it. The only people that can get frustrated are those that bought in at $3 to $3.50 range. Everybody else is sitting pretty comfortable right now. We've just had a beautiful bounce here on our daily chart from our 200-day moving average. Okay, to put that into context, let me pull up the exact same view for something like Bitcoin, okay, which is the staple of the market, right? Bitcoin has only just flipped its EMA positive, and look at the distance away from its 200-day moving average, the teal line. We're below our 200-day moving average here on Bitcoin, but Phantom has shown great strength versus that, okay? So really important that we keep that perspective when looking at these coins. And I understand if you bought in with green candle disease at the top, you're going to be feeling it. But now's your time to learn from that mistake. Definitely don't do it with other future projects. Always buy on pullbacks and retracements. Don't be the person that buys at all-time highs. Doesn't make sense to do that. There's always a beautiful time for you to time an entry. Even when people are telling you, no, there won't be, get in now. those are the people just trying to dump their bags on you guys. Anybody with some sense, including myself, will tell you to wait for retracements, let it come to you. It would always retrace. Our favorite coins retrace all the time. Bitcoin, Ethereum, the top projects retrace all the time. So who's to tell you your new coin, your altcoin, a 6 billion project like FANTOM isn't going to retrace and come to you? It will. And I said that exactly at the FANTOM conference, and it came all the way down and gave you a beautiful entry points to buy in. If you don't take these opportunities, that's separate, right? You guys need to have the conviction and the ability to take these opportunities to start dollar cost averaging and ladder your buys, not financial advice. So there you go, guys. That is what we're seeing here in the FANTOM charts. Hope you guys enjoy this blend between technical and fundamental analysis as always for you guys. Hope this gives you an understanding of what's going on. Right now, I'm not buying anymore. I'm not going to be chasing these green pumps. If we get another pullback, yes, I'll look at it. But right now, I just want to see Bitcoin start getting moving. I want to see the market start to feel a bit positive. Hopefully have a good week now with no FUD, no escalations. You know, maybe we can have a good week and a good rally, and then head to the upside. But we have to be cognizant, right? Especially when you've got geopolitical risks, anything can happen any moment, any day, and you have to be prepared. That is why I don't want to be trading this on a short-term basis with leverage or stop losses and things like that. No, I'm just in this with my long-term positions, and I'm dollar cost averaging in on my favorite plays when I see opportunities to buy. If there's fear in the market because of escalating geopolitical tensions or CPI and inflation, I see these opportunities for me to buy the dip, and I continue to do that on the positions I'm underweight in. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, make sure you smashing up the like button and subscribe. As a reminder, make sure you go check out the video I posted earlier. It's a short. It's one of those YouTube shorts explaining how you can be part of the 60-second club. Make sure you're part of the 60-second club. Support the channel. Hit up the like button and subscribe. Do check out NordVPN. Stay safe in crypto. Get yourself set up on a VPN. Not just for crypto, guys. It's useful all the time, right? If you're streaming anything, if you want to watch stuff from a different country, or if you want to play games with people in different countries, you can do that all through your VPN. So get yourself set up. NordVPN coupon code ALLMAN. Details in the description box. 70% off. Absolute no-brainer to get yourself set up on a VPN. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.